This is our Dockside chat, and that was a pretty good announcement. You guys are a wonderful crowd. Appreciate your attention for this. And this is really special. We're very excited to let you know how these special bonds work at ABLE2 with these two really wonderful guys who are coming up to share their story. We really appreciate that. On my far left is Daniel Spagnuolo. Good morning to you, Dan. Good evening to you, Daniel.
Good morning. I can almost smell the lake.
I was just going to say we had a chance to chat yesterday morning, and now I've forgotten what time of day it is. And Mark Avrere alongside. Hello,
Thank
Mark. Good evening. You know what time of day it is. This is a great pair with a really wonderful bond. So Daniel works in the high-tech industry here in Ottawa and signed up to volunteer for ABLE2's matching program a couple of years ago, looking for a meaningful way to spend his free time. Now, there's lots of stories about why people sign up for this program. I think you might like Daniel's. We'll get him to tell that in just a moment. Brought his love of sports to this partnership here. Apparently still cannot defeat Mark when it comes to bowling, is what I'm hearing. Maybe more on that. And Mark has written a book on his life experiences, started a business, advocates for people with disabilities and community, and leads by example in every part of his life. So we have just a few minutes here to chat and find out a little bit more about these two. So Daniel, maybe I can start with you and that story about why you signed up to be a part of this, because you just wanted to do something really good for the community. You really wanted to find something meaningful, or was there maybe a woman involved?
Thanks, Patricia. I'd like to say it was as altruistic as you make it sound, but yeah, to be honest, 2 years ago, I was head over heels for someone who did a lot of volunteering in the community, and I really respected her for that. So to try and impress her, I asked her if she knew of any volunteer opportunities, and she mentioned ABLE2, which I had never heard of. But since meeting Mark, I have honestly never looked back. I went in fairly blindly, wasn't quite sure what to expect, but I certainly didn't expect to make a lifelong friend out of Mark, and I honestly couldn't be happier to have met him.
Love that. And Mark, you've heard that story a few times, right? You've heard that story about why Daniel decided to sign up, and you have also expressed to me that it is an incredible friendship that has come out of his decision to do that.
In the time I needed someone in my life, God knew that, so he sent me Daniel, and Daniel was a bit more like a brother to me than a friend. Yeah, it's a gift from God.
Just beautiful listening to the way these two talk about each other. And I don't know, is there a lesson in all of that? The woman's long gone, but you have this incredible friendship and this very meaningful volunteer experience. And in talking to both of you, as I got a chance to do yesterday, you can tell that you're both getting so much out of this. A lot of shared interests, enjoying the same things. Mark, where do you guys connect the most? What do you most enjoy doing with Daniel?
Well, we do swimming. We do sunset at Tanya Beach, and I was telling Patricia yesterday, Daniel and I share a birthday together on March 21st, and we went to Boston Pizza this year for our birthday. I'm 65 and Daniel's 30. He went to Worm, and he gave me this beautiful bracelet, and he gave me some wonderful memories.
March 21st. Both of you celebrating a birthday. You kind of knew it was meant to be. So, Daniel, you go into this blind not really knowing what to expect, and then you find that connection and little things like that that kind of show you this was really the right decision. How much fun do you have hanging out with Mark?
I honestly have a lot of fun. It's forced me to come out of my comfort zone, and it's, like you said, I've been humbled by Mark's bowling skills. I've learned how to tie-dye shirts with him. I've been to the Dovercourt dance that Mark is often at, selling drinks to his peers. He's forced me out to go to the Parkdale Food Center to help serve homeless people in needs, and I couldn't be happier with what I've learned from Mark and his outlook in life, and it's just been an absolute pleasure.
Yeah, I love that. He's actually encouraged you to do more volunteering because you've been very involved with Parkdale for a number of years, Mark.
Yes. Parkdale for me, it's like my second home, and it taught me many skills for cooking and how to interact with more people in this world.
Lovely.
And we need more matches like Daniel.
I want to ask Daniel about that because I'm sure there are people in this room who will be thinking about it now, who, like you, didn't know a whole lot about ABLE2 and how all of that works. So if you were getting your 30 seconds to give a pitch about why someone might consider it if they haven't, what would you say?
Well, I would say go into it with the expectation that, like I said, you're going to come out of your comfort zone a little bit. You're going to see a perspective that you wouldn't have expected. Mark is someone who, despite his disability, he has infinite drive, infinite passion to try things that everyone tells him he can't do. So when you come into a match, I would suggest that you temper your expectation a little bit. Maybe in the beginning, you're building something that is supposed to be lifelong, so it is much easier to commit to maybe a shorter cadence and then slowly increase over time rather than being excited and wanting to see this person almost every day. It's harder to start there and pull back. So come into this expecting something long term and expecting to be brought out of your comfort zone, and I think you'll be very, very happy with that.
I really, really loved hearing Mark talk about you yesterday and everything he loves about you, Daniel. And Mark, maybe you can just tell everyone here why you think Daniel is so perfect for this and what you really think is special about him.
What's so special about Daniel? Because I have arthritis, and Daniel's been there from day one, and I always said Daniel is a lifetime person that wants to give up his time and need to help someone like us and someone like me, because we need more people in this world like Daniel to help more people have more disability than I do. And I always say, if it wasn't for Daniel, I wouldn't have somewhere to go.
Yeah, absolutely. And Daniel, it started as a volunteer job, volunteer opportunity, but I know Megan and Marsha were up here last year sharing their story and very insistent that it does just become a friendship and you're both spending time together because that's what you both want to do. And isn't that one of the most beautiful things in this world when you connect and you have a friendship like that?
I totally agree, and even my family has heard so much about Mark, and they're dying to meet him. I'm dying to meet his family. I certainly wasn't expecting to come into this and get accepted into someone's life the way Mark has accepted me and introduced me to his friends, and I'm very excited for the years to come where he meets some of mine and just all the things that we're going to do together.
Mark, can I give the last word to you?
I always say somewhere along the line, when you get a match, if it's a good feeling, somewhere your friendship won't be there anymore. It'll be family. Because when you work so hard with your match, it's going to feel like he's more like a family to me. And that's all I'm hoping. You guys in this room, when you get matched up, feel like your match is going to be like a family someday.
That's a pretty good promise. I love that. We'll leave it there tonight, I think. When we finished our conversation yesterday, we had a couple of people who texted us at CFRA and said, now that's love. And I haven't had that reaction to an interview I've done very often. So that is love. It's the best kind of it. And thank you so much for sharing your story today. Appreciate you both.
Thank you for having us.
Daniel
and thank you,
Mark.
Patricia, for having us today and yesterday. It's an honor to speak with you, an honor to meet you, and keep up the good work at 6 o'clock news.
You're so sweet.
You're
you're
a
so
special
kind.
young lady.
The honor and the privilege is all mine. Thank you so, so much. Appreciate you both.